team like Kyrie and KD, or the Lake Show with King James and AD. Wish I could match him up with the bad boys from the 80s, but no black and white, I need that in HD. HenDawgz.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy HenDawg, and we back to it. You know how we do it. Another day, another Larry Bird reaction video. Shout out to the Bird gang, man. Shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to the people that's watching my videos for the first time. And shout out to the people that's been rocking with me for a while, man. I appreciate every single one of y'all. If you watch me for the first time, though, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I promise you, this is one of the best YouTube channels on YouTube, man. You're not really getting videos like this nowhere else. But for this video, we got the 5 times Larry Bird sought revenge. I know, just from that title, I know this is about to be a dope ass video. This is about to be a banger for sure. So let's get into it, man. I'm not even about to hold y'all too long. I really want to see this video. Like a lot of these Larry Bird videos, I really genuinely want to watch them. Like I'm watching them just the way y'all watching my video. I'm really watching this video. So we got what, a 12-minute video. So not too long, you know, not too short. It's really perfect. So, but before we get into this video, it's something I want to start doing for all my videos, man. I get some of the best comments. Like I feel like my comment section is the best comment section on YouTube. Like, regardless of how many subscribers I got and how many comments I get, I feel like I get a lot of valuable comments in my comments. So what I'm about to start doing, I'm about to start shouting out a comment every single one of my videos. So for this video, I want to shout out Joel Hefner. He gave me a super detailed comment about pretty much, you know, everything you can think of. Like it was super in depth, and I'm not about to read it because I want y'all to read it. I'm about to put it on the screen right here, but I just want to just shout him out for taking the time to, you know, write this in my comments. Like he could have put this in anybody's comments, and I don't know, maybe he did. Maybe this was a copy and paste comment on a bunch of different videos, but I feel like him taking the time to put this on my video, it means a lot. So from here on out, like I said, I'm about to start putting at least one person in every single one of my videos and shout them out. So shout out to Joel Hefner, man. And for the future, it doesn't have to be the longest comment. It's just like whatever my favorite comment is. For the most part, I try to, you know, like everybody's comment. I try to at least love it. I try to at least, you know, 100. You know, I like to put the 100 emoji. So if I put the 100 emoji in your comment, that means I read it. But if I actually comment and, you know, say something back, that means I'll really rock with your comment. And then if I put it in my video, that means it was one of my favorite comments, you know, I done got so far. So that's why I'm shouting out Joel Hefner. But yeah, let's get into this video, man. We got the 5 times Larry Bird sought revenge. Let's get it.
Mike Kareem swings the elbow, and now it's Gillen and Larry Bird.
You could never back down.
Jaw to jaw.
Once you do, people look at you different. You had to stand up for everything you believed in, and even if it's only playing basketball, if somebody took the gloves off and wanted to go, you had to go.
You gotta go.
There's no use playing.
Larry Bird was kind of saying they had that jail mentality back then. Like, you know, you couldn't show no signs of weakness. You show one sign of weakness and it's over with for you.
When you take a look at Larry Bird, at first glance, he might not seem like the most intimidating guy. He doesn't really look like a scary dude at all. Many believed they could get away with pushing his buttons. But one thing you should know about the hick from French Lick, he always gets the last laugh. Game 5 of the first round in the 1991 NBA playoffs, Boston Celtics versus the Indiana Pacers. Larry Bird was approaching the end of his career. He had some serious back problems he was dealing with, and wasn't quite sure how much longer he can go. In fact, before this deciding Game 5, his teammates said that he was even struggling to put on his uniform. That's how much pain he was in. But with the series tied up 2 games apiece, he knew he had to use every last drop of fuel that was still in the tank. And on the other side was Chuck Person, nicknamed the Rifleman. Throughout the years, these two were sort of rivals and always talked trash to one another. For example, before a Christmas Day game, Person said to the media that he was going bird hunting, and when that comment made its way back to Bird, Bird made sure he would deliver a present to Chuck. Bird shot a 3...
Hold on, before we get into this, First of all, who is Chuck Person? Was he good? I don't want to disrespect him if he was good, but I've never heard of this guy ever. So y'all know who I am. If y'all never watched none of my videos, I'm a Kobe guy, and this reminds me of Ruben Patterson. Like on the most relevant he ever made himself was when he went at Kobe. So is this Chuck Person or whatever they said his name was his biggest moment? Going against Bird, because how is they rivals? And I've never heard of him. I don't know if he was even good. So let me know. Is that am I off with that, or that kind of sound a little like a good comparison?
3-pointer right in front of Person, who was sitting on the bench, then turned around to look at him and said, "Merry f***ing Christmas," before the shot had even gone in yet. He would pull those kind of stunts before Steph even did it. So these two had some history, which made this elimination game all the more epic. The game was just like the previous 4 games in the series, very competitive and highly entertaining, both battling to keep their season alive. But with 4 minutes left to go in the first half, an unfortunate event would take place. Larry Bird dives for a loose ball, but ends up landing on his face, and immediately had to head back to the locker room. And it turns out that he broke his cheekbone, so the Celtics had no other choice but to play on without him. Boston was trying their best to hang in the game, but were obviously struggling to do so without Larry, while Chuck Person was definitely having fun. He was acting cocky the whole time,
so he was good.
His Pacers were on the verge of advancing to the next round. But little did he know, Bird was actually keeping tabs on the game in the back, and couldn't stand the arrogance that the Pacers were displaying. So with 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter, he decided to return back to the game.
He heard
him up. The image of him coming out of the tunnel was like something you would see in a movie, as the crowd gave him a much-deserved standing ovation. The doctor said that he probably had a concussion, but he did not let that stop him. His heroic efforts ignited a spark in the Celtics, as Boston took a commanding lead and never looked back. Bird ended the game with 32 points and willed his team to victory.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it is a little special because I've known Chuck for a while and we always had run-ins, but it always seems like I get the last word.
I also feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm almost sure Larry Bird, when he played against the Pacers, he woke up for those games a little bit more. Like, he was from Indiana, from French Lick, the Midwest. I'm from the Midwest as well. Shout out to the Midwest. But I feel like, he woke up for those Indiana games. So, he wasn't going to let a concussion / broke jaw, broke cheek, whatever he had, he wasn't going to let that stop him. Which is still crazy because you shouldn't be playing like that. But, hey, that's Larry Bird.
Who's boss? First, we have to talk about a matchup that Bird and Petrovic had in March of 1992.
Okay, Petrovic.
This game, Drazen was lighting it up. He shot 65% from the floor and was perfect from deep, leaving...
Let me know what y'all know about Drazen Petrovic. I think I watched a documentary on him maybe like 5 years ago, but I heard he was super nice. And I never heard this story either, so I'm interested to hear about him and Larry Bird.
Bird and the Celtics extremely frustrated. Just when you thought he was finished, he put the dagger in Boston's heart unapologetically.
40?
He scored an impressive 39 points to get his team the win. Petro was quickly rising to fame, and before these two teams faced off again, the next time around, the pre-show made sure to remind everyone about that stellar performance.
The question is, who's going to guard Drazen Petrovic? Last time out against the Celtics, a career-high 39 points. He certainly is a big factor.
And the way he was shooting in the Celtic game up there in Hartford, no one could guard him.
An amazing night for Drazen Petrovic.
About 4 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Letting
He
it
hit
be
a
known.
pointer, and as he was backtracking, he got into Larry Bird's face and was talking some good trash. Now, Bird's not someone that you normally want to...
He got in Bird face?
Drazen really lit it up in that last meeting in Hartford with 39 points.
All this hype that was going around about
Larry
Drazen,
Bird about to
you
get this
know
boy to
Bird
business.
was listening. You could tell he was salivating at the mouth for some payback.
From 8-2, we play 2 minutes and 40 seconds with Larry Bird. Come on, Larry Bird.
Forget about that.
Can't guard
This
that
time,
man.
But Bird was the one on fire.
He's scoring
dropping
so many
25
different
points,
ways.
9 assists and 9 rebounds, while Drazen could barely even get a shot off. He produced a stat line that was not even close to the one he had during their earlier meeting, just a dull 12 points. He should have known that Bird never forgets anything. It's no secret that Larry Bird and Bill Laimbeer absolutely despised one another. Within this,
y'all told me in this one, because I asked in the comments, I was like, I heard that Bill Laimbeer was the worst, one of the most hated players of all time. So I was like, give me the top 5, most hated players. I swear, at least 10 to 15 of y'all was like, number 1 is Bill Laimbeer. Number 2 is Bill Laimbeer. Like, all 5 of the players is Bill Laimbeer. Like, that's how much, people hate him. And I also thought, like, it was crazy, too, because it was known that back then, it was a tough game. People say that the game was soft now. Like, people say back then the game was tough. And on top of that, they still saying that Bill Laimbeer was a dirty player. So I'm like, Bill Laimbeer must have been, like, over the top dirty. So let me know what y'all think about that.
heated rivalry, we saw them go at each other's neck on multiple occasions. But in one game in particular, Larry Bird literally got instant revenge. It was Game 2 of the 1985 Eastern Conference semifinals between the Pistons and Celtics. Bill Laimbeer was deliberately elbowing Bird as soon as the game started. He wanted to take Bird out early, and he even ended up cutting his chin wide open. The way Laimbeer was playing out there was probably not the smartest idea if Larry is the guy you're doing it to. He's not the type to just let you get away with that. And from that point on, Bird did not play around anymore.
Knocking Bird down. Larry reels on Petrovic.
Crazy.
Down. Bird
going crazy, Bird. Say elbow this, Laimbeer. Elbow this.
It's a little different situation. The others know they're not involved. Bird the rebound.
Larry going stupid.
34 in the game for Larry Bird.
Now, don't get it twisted. Larry definitely welcomed physical play with open arms. But when you go out of your way to literally draw blood, all you end up accomplishing is releasing an angry Bird from his cage.
Angry Birds.
31 points in the second half alone, and wound up with a total of 42 points, making Bill instantly regret his actions. Back when Larry Bird was a freshman in college at Indiana University, it was said that the veterans on that team would kind of bully him, even though I know that is hard to believe, and that one player in specific, Kent Benson, who was their starting center, constantly went out of his way to chastise him, always giving Bird a hard time since Larry was the new guy on the team, and rumors say that was part of the reason he didn't stay there very long, and ultimately ended up transferring to Indiana State shortly after. Now, fast forward to 1985, Bird was now on the Celtics while Benson played for the Pistons, and this is where Bird would finally get his revenge. Well, kinda. You see, while Bird did do his thing out there, it was Kevin McHale who was destroying Detroit, especially Kent Benson. And get this, Larry actually noticed that McHale had the hot hand and that Benson was struggling to guard him. So Bird encouraged McHale to keep making things miserable for Benson by simply feeding him the ball over and over again and grab some popcorn watching him go to work. Benson eventually even needed Laimbeer to help him stop McHale, but that also failed. And when it was all said and done, McHale ultimately broke the franchise record with 56 points, mostly at the expense of Kent Benson, which was really making him frustrated.
Blaine Reichel, I think, has a...
So Kevin McHale broke the record. He got 56 on this game, and I want to say they said like 2 weeks later is when Larry Bird broke the record against Atlanta. If you ain't watched that video, I just reacted to that. Larry Bird's career high 60 points. I reacted to that video a couple days ago, so go check that out too. But it's crazy. I didn't know Kevin McHale had 56 points, but all on Kent Benson. Some was on Bill Laimbeer, but mostly on this guy.
Gotta be a T.
The guy looks like he's going bald.
And he's gone. Benson has just been tossed in the game.
Now, Bird definitely appreciated the fact that McHale embarrassed Benson for him,
He was mad as hell.
He wasn't quite done with McHale yet. You see, by McHale going for 56 points, he actually broke Larry Bird's previous Celtics record, 53 points. And don't you think for 1 second that Larry didn't realize that. Larry even said after McHale's impressive performance that he should have gone for 60.
Larry, after the game, kiddingly told Kevin, you should have gone for 60. He said,
I know I'm about to break it.
Should have kept going because that may not last.
Well, the fact that he didn't go for 60 and that Bird secretly wanted to get the record back, he got the idea, why not go for 60 himself? So guess what? Only about a week later, Bird would put on a show that would go down in history forever. A performance that even made the opposite team go crazy. He went for 60 points against the Atlanta Hawks, reclaiming the franchise record in points in a single game. So I guess you could say that he got revenge on his very own teammate. During a 1987 contest between the Boston Celtics and the Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan, who was still a baby at the time, attempted to guard Larry Bird, but he wasn't all that successful at it. Bird just took Jordan to the post at ease. Jordan. Head coach of the Bulls, Doug Collins, decided to put a slightly bigger player on Larry, forward Ben Poquet, and that only made things worse for Chicago, because Bird took that as a personal insult. As soon as Collins put Poquet in the game to guard Larry, Larry said this out loud to Doug Collins: "Ben Poquet, are you kidding me?" And here's why Bird reacted in such a way. Quote, "As far as playing, I didn't care who guarded me. I just didn't want a white guy guarding me because it's disrespect to my game." And well, since Larry couldn't really tell Poquet to go sit back down, he thought he might as well humiliate him while he's at it.
Standing dribble at the stripe. Bird has it right in the circle. Makes on Poquet. Gets to the lane. Fadeaway shot.
That's so tough, though.
Pulls the 4-2 lead. Celtics on the attack. Bird has it right corner. He fires.
Get in there.
Good. The glass. Side left against Jordan. Bird pops.
Ben Poquet, what are you doing? What are you doing, Poquet?
Swings it left to Bird. Shoots foul line. Good.
Larry Legend would ultimately drop 41 points,
40
forcing
ball?
Collins to think twice before quote-unquote disrespecting his game ever again. So there you go. All this man wanted to do was get the W for his team and go home to cut his grass in peace. But no, those players couldn't just let him be. They just had to provoke the legend and ultimately had to pay the price. Comment down below what your all-time favorite Larry Bird moment is. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Like and subscribe my video. That was a dope ass video, man. That was just like 5 extra reasons that I'm putting Larry Bird in my top 5 of all time. I still don't know where I want to put him at, but he's up there, man. He's up there. I gotta still think about my list, but I appreciate y'all watching that video, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all like this video if you like this video, and make sure you write something in the comments, man. What is your favorite Larry Bird moment? And then also, what other videos should I react to? I'm about to level up, man. I'm about to get this, this channel jumping even more. I'm about to react to every making the case video. It's 8 players making the case of the GOAT, and it's 8 teams making the case of the best team ever. So I'm going to react to all of them. I've only reacted to Larry Bird so far, so stay tuned, man. The channel is about to be crazy. I'm about to do so much more to it. It's about to be lit, man. It's about to be lit. So stay tuned. I appreciate y'all watching, man. Write something in the comments. We out.